Oh dear, it's happening again, isn't it? Oh dear. All right, let's have a look at this article. Ibrahima Konate disappointed with Liverpool contract offer as talks stall. But there are fears that he is running down a deal that ends in 2026. So a year away, he's in the last year of his contract. The French defender enters the final year of his deal next month and is understood to have rejected Liverpool's initial offer of an extension. Oh goodness. Real Madrid have got to him again, haven't they? Yeah, they've got to him. A few little chats. There were some rumours that he had spoken to someone at Real Madrid over the last few months. There had been some rumours about that. And they said, look how much more money Trent is getting. That could happen to you too. A huge fat signing on bonus, plus better wages, plus better deals, plus you get to play in the legendary Real Madrid shirt. He's like, look, if you want to prevent me from going to Real Madrid next year on a free, you better pay me a lot of money now. You know, there's a few things to talk about on this, but we're going to discuss the morality and ethics of player power in these situations in a moment. First, let's just get through this article. Konate's contract talks were delayed by Liverpool's focus on negotiating with Salah and Van Dijk. Why would it be delayed though? Like, it's not like you're spending 8 hours a day talking to Salah and Van Dijk on their contracts or to their agents. You can speak to Konate's agents about his contract too. So I don't understand that. 26-year-old is understood to be disappointed by the structure of Liverpool's offer, with his representatives believed to be pushing for a higher basic wage, and the offer was heavily based on meeting certain performance targets. And I understand that from a player's point of view. What if you get an injury and you're out for most of the season? Or what if, no matter what you do, other players in the team underperform and the team doesn't achieve certain goals as a whole? What are those performance targets, whether they're individual or team-based? There's always a risk with that. And it seems like Konate just wants his basic wage to be at a certain threshold. If we are to believe that he had any intention of even signing, you remember Trent did that. There was that, well, I don't know what he did, because he barely spoke to the fans or the media about it. But there was a lot of commentary, and we were certainly led to believe that Trent was negotiating a deal when he was never negotiating a deal. He'd been learning Spanish for the last 2 years. He always knew he was going to Real Madrid, and there was no way you were going to keep him. He had made his mind up he was leaving. Is this happening with Konate too? And is this, well, the deal's not right for us, just a smokescreen so that Konate doesn't get booed throughout the next season? And he actually gets picked and he gets played and he, keeps his fitness up. So by the time he's ready to join Real Madrid, they still want him. Because remember, if they don't want him in a year's time, there's a risk on that end too. If he breaks his leg, if he underperforms, if he has a terrible season, if he's left on the bench because we bring in Mark Ahey or some other defender and we don't use Konate as much because we think he's on the way out, will Real Madrid still want him in a year's time? It's a precarious little tightrope they're walking. So, all right, how do we feel about this? Now, let's assume he may be running his contract down and leaving on a free next season. And even let's believe the possibility of Real Madrid whispering in his ear may be happening behind closed doors. It's a different situation from Trent. Trent made a whole load of promises. I want to be captain of this club. I want to stay at Liverpool forever. I want to become a Liverpool legend like Steven Gerrard. We're negotiating a contract. I'm not speaking. It's all happening between my agents and the club. When Trent knew he was going to Real Madrid, I'm convinced of it. And so he led the fans to believe there was hope that he'd be staying. Along with all his previous promises, a lot of fans thought there's no way he's going to leave us, surely. Until it became obvious that he was going to do it, and then he did it. Konate isn't someone who's come up through the ranks at Liverpool. He isn't Liverpool born. He's not promised that his dream is to become captain of Liverpool and he wants to be here until he retires. Konate is just another professional footballer. one that we really like, one that's really, really good, one that we would like to stay at Liverpool, but he is just another professional footballer. And so I'm a lot less emotionally invested in this. If he decides to run his contract out and go to Real Madrid, all right. There's no reason to believe someone like a Konate truly loves Liverpool. Whereas with Trent, we had reason to believe that. So for Konate, it's just a great footballer who has made our team better and we should want to hold on to. If he wants to leave, he wants to leave. What the club needs to do is, if this looks like the case, sell him before the end of the summer. Don't let him leave for a free, because that's just money down the drain. It's tough. As a fan, you want to believe that every player loves the club and is besotted with putting that shirt on. And then when you realise that for them, it's just a job. For most players, it's just a job. And the shirt is just a uniform you wear as you go to work. My friends, what do you think? It's just he's trying to get a better deal. And if that's the case, cool. Let's see if it plays out. Do you think his head's been turned by Real Madrid and he's going to wind his contract down, leave, get a nice signing on bonus when he joins them? Do you think Liverpool should cash in now if it looks like he doesn't want to sign? Do you think Guehi will be replacing him in that first team if we get Guehi? So many questions, so many unknowns. It's all speculative, but I guess that's what happens in clown season, in transfer season. Starts off exciting, gets frustrating, gets worrying. Hopefully it will turn out for the best in the end. Thank you for watching this. I appreciate your time. I'll speak to you again very soon. Bye-bye.